Victor Chishimba. I'm a student at Ivy Tech Community College here in Indiana. I am pursuing logistics and supply chain management. And yes, welcome to my presentation. This is Module 5, Transportation Presentation Project for LOGM 227, and this is Principles of Supply Chain Management. Um, Go to the next slide. The next slide, this is the contents of my presentation. So briefly, I'll do the introduction, the brief topic introduction, and I'll jump into the water transportation because that is the assigned mode of transportation that I picked for this project. And then we're going to talk about the importance of water transportation in supply chain. We're also going to talk about the uniqueness of water transportation amongst other modes of transportation. I also picked out 3 learning points that I picked up during my research of water transportation, and we're going to have a conclusion, remarks, or statement, and we'll have a slide where we have cited the references. So let's jump in. Next slide. The next slide is just an introduction highlighting the 5 different modes of transportation. But for the sake of this presentation, I chose to present about the water transportation because I feel it's just fascinating, and it is really an essential mode of transportation that to me I believe is cost effective and can be useful for high capacity or bulk items for transportation. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, so there's just a definition of water transportation and what it really means. It's a mode of transport that is really most effective, cost effective. I've also discussed the types of water transport, but the 2 main things that I wanted to touch on this water transportation research was the 2 facts. The first fact is that it is cost effective, and the second fact is that it can be used for bulk items, so high capacity. So on this slide, I mentioned the 2 facts, and that the cost effectiveness, that is generally really cost effective, and for those that want to transport the bulk items, this is a perfect mode of transport to use. The next slide. The next slide is really important because it talks about the importance of water supply chain in water transportation in supply chain. And just like I mentioned earlier, there's so many other reasons, but I listed about 6 of them, which are cost effective, high capacity, global reach, environmental impact, and access to remote areas. Later in this presentation, I'll talk more about the access to remote areas and the environmental impact that water transportation has supply chain. Next slide. Next slide, these were my learning points, the 3 learning points that I took out after a research on water transportation. As much as we know that there are some other disadvantages that advantages that water transportation has, it also has other challenges like lower speeds and dependence on weather conditions. So that is one of the few points that I noticed during the research. And the other thing is that water transport can reach remote inlands that might be accessible that through roads or rail. So that is one of the key points that I took out of research. Next slide is a conclusion remarks. It is talking about how water transportation is a cornerstone of the global supply chain. And it has so many benefits, and it has the ability to actually connect the remote areas and further underscore and that further underscores its importance. So on the other issue on my concluding remarks is that I also mentioned the challenges that you can find using water transportation, but above all, it is a very good mode of transport because it's cost effective. And the last slide is a reference that I have cited where I was getting some of the information. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.